Yeah, for Jacob. Accent you will receive. The pedal is here. Hey, today we are going to be making one-shots for rap producers with guitar pedals. This is going to give you a whole new palette of textures to use in your production without needing any of these buzzing pedals. At the end of this, you're going to be able to download these sounds as a royalty-free one-shot pack. And if you're an Octave Deluxe user, drum roll please, you can take it one step farther by downloading these sounds as an expansion pack to use inside of Octave Deluxe. This is going to give you the full pedal sounds texture combined with the Octave Deluxe features, so you can make something just like this. We'll make a quick coffee before we hop into it today. Now, if you're like me, during COVID, you've been watching what other producers have been creating and using and up to. We're all locked down and we gotta be creative. One of the things that I've been seeing show up on a lot of producers' desktops is guitar pedals. And these guys aren't guitar players. They're hip hop producers, sample makers, whatever you want to call them. But they're using guitar pedals in a non-conventional way to get some really cool textures and sounds into their records that they're ultimately placing and stuff like that. So with that being said, I reached out to a bunch of my producer friends that have been using guitar pedals for the last couple of months. And I got the scoop on why guitar pedals were so dope. If there's one producer who's opened all of our eyes to these pedals, it's definitely been Coop The Truth. So I reached out to him to see what he thought about pedals and why they're so special to him.
The thing I like about pedals is the fact that, there's a tactility involved in it. There's, touch and feel to being, involved in making the music. And there's also, slight imperfection. You're not gonna get exactly on time with the tap. Your delay might be slightly off, the right setting, but the imperfection just makes it, more interesting and more human.
So there's a couple pedals that I want to show you today. So number one is this new bundle of joy, which I just got, the Microcosm. This is by Hologram. This is an awesome pedal. Nami, Alan Ritter, Coop The Truth, these guys really put me onto this. I've been having a lot of fun with this and will have a lot of fun with this today. Next up, this is actually probably my favorite pedal. This is the Cooper Effects Arcades. This is, it's kind of like a video game. So basically, if you're gonna get any of these pedals that I showcase you today, I would probably suggest that you get this, and for the simple fact that this has these interchangeable cards. So today I'm gonna be using a lot of pitch, but there's this synth card, reverse, grain, delay, a bunch, as you can see, a bunch of different pedals. And what's really awesome about this is every time you insert one of these pedals one of these cards into this pedal, it basically turns it into a brand new pedal with new effects and new presets. For those of you wondering how this is all going to work today, I'll quickly draw a little diagram. So all the sounds today are going to be coming from the Moog. They're first going to go into the Cooper Effects pedal, and then they're going to go into our next pedal, which is, I'll just put an M for the Microcosm. After that, they're going to come out stereo, and that is going to go into my interface. After they come out of the interface, they're going to be able to go into my PC and ultimately into FL Studio. The other nice thing about this process is that if you have an interface with MIDI out, you can actually go into the Moog. So you can do all of this from your PC by routing it like this. You can play your notes, your chords, your progressions in your PC. It goes out to your interface, to the Moog. The Moog makes the sound, which goes through whatever pedals you have, and then comes back into your interface and ultimately in your PC. Now that we got the MIDI and everything set up, it's time to make some sounds. This is what it sounds like without any effects. This is coming straight from the Moog. Pretty straightforward. And this is what we've been able to come up with the Microcosm. Let's take a listen to this. there's this button here, it's called the activity, and when you fool around with it, it changes how much the effect is moving and different shape of it. You can actually switch the shape right here, which is really cool. So now you get something like this. What I really love about the pedals as well too is that you can basically get a whole new preset using, whether it's the synthesizer, piano, whatever you're running into the actual pedal, just by fooling around and changing some of the knobs in the pedal rather than on the instrument that you're using. You can get a whole new sound. Like I did some fooling around with the exact same sound that I just used, and just take a listen to how different this one sounds. Okay, this is another great example of why the pedals are just so amazing, because this is, again, I've made 4 presets. This is the 4th preset now, and I'm using the exact same sound from the Moog, nothing differently. So again, take a listen to this without this microcosm turned on. That is the preset. Using the sequence in the micro looper and fooling around with some of these effects, you get this. And on this in particular preset, I actually think if I'll turn this off for now, and I'm going to turn on the Cooper effects. What I think would be really cool if we turn this on and we actually max out the space. Take a listen to this. Pretty nice preset that I just came up with. When you add the microcosm, you have a monoglide, so it's gliding, it's pitching down. So now when you do something like, and then I'm half kind of debating if I add in the Cooper. Now it's time to edit all these audio files inside of FL Studio. First thing, when cleaning up the sounds, I'm bringing them into Edison to get rid of some of the unwanted pedal noise. The next thing that we want to do after we've cleaned them up is we actually want to slice them up. We're going to have to actually label what each of these notes are. And as you can see, I have multiple files happening here. That's because I did those multiple takes, so we can have those round robins where you might hit, a C sharp, and then there's a different version of a C sharp that plays the next time, a slight variation to just kind of help with the overall sound quality. Also, this gives me an opportunity with some of the sound to get rid of some of the unwanted frequencies as well, if I want to run it through something like the J37 to give it a little bit of saturation and wobble, and some of the other effects that I'll use. What I'm doing right now is just making sure that I did play the correct keys, so I have a really helpful piano roll that goes up with the different notes. I'm just using this free Labs soft piano, and I'm just going to be referencing between the two to just make sure that I'm in the same key. So I'm not going to show the entire process. On average, it takes roughly from 45 minutes to about an hour and 15 minutes per preset. So this whole day, it took me about 12 hours. I was up from about 5 a.m. and worked till about 6 p.m. to kind of get all of these presets done. After they were all cleaned up, I was able to send them to the developer. And this is what we got back. Hey, what's up, Roof? Nice to meet you, bud. Woo! This is gonna be crazy. I already know, just from that. That's crazy. Listen to that. This one I'm excited to hear. We turned up the mix all the way, so it was just the effects And then we kind of slid everything over there because there's a quite delay. So I'm excited to hear how this one sounds, to actually be able to play it. That's so great. I mean, you can hear that movement too. So this one is a pure experiment. I actually did the pitching live as I was recording this through one of the pedals, the Cooper FX Arcades. And just take a listen to this. I'm just gonna hold single C. The pitching is happening, but imagine if you play some chords with that. And this is where I was kind of skeptical if this would work, but take a listen to this. So because it came through the pedal, it is mono. So to just kind of give it a little bit of space, we could add some reverb here. I really shouldn't even be showing you this one. This is a secret one. You gotta look for these, if you know what I mean. Or should I say you gotta listen for these? To all my Octave Deluxe users, go check your email. All of the sounds that I made today with the pedals are available for free for you to use inside of Octave Deluxe. So go check your inbox and download them right now. This expansion pack is going to give you access to everything, all the expressive sounds that we made today in these presets. You can use them all inside of Octave Deluxe. And if you don't have Octave Deluxe, you can still download the one-shot version of the presets. It's not gonna be like the instrument packs that I just played, but I added some looping points to those one-shots, so at least you can kinda play them like an instrument, kinda. Not gonna exactly be like that, but definitely still usable. The links to the royalty-free one-shots are below, and as a thank you to everybody watching today, I want to give away 3 copies of Octave Deluxe to you guys. All you have to do is just comment below with your favorite preset that we made today. Let me know which one was your favorite. 3 of you guys are going to win Octave Deluxe. Like every other YouTuber out there, like and subscribe to the channel because we have a lot of cool content coming up, including with this, the OP1. We're gonna be using this to make another expansion pack for Octave Deluxe and also a one-shot kit. So like and subscribe to the channel. We'll be back next week with some more sounds. Octave Deluxe is a cutting-edge plugin built specifically for making hip-hop music. It was created to help rap producers capture their creativity in minutes. It's a simple to use, low CPU plugin, and the presets were designed for today's rap producers. It features sounds recorded all over the world in some iconic spaces with live strings, guitars, pianos, and rare vintage synthesizers. With over 300 custom-made presets, you'll never run out of new ideas. Octave Deluxe comes with built-in effects, like vinyl and reverb, to give you full creative control of your sound. Octave Deluxe also comes with a free drum kit, sample pack, and over 100 MIDI files. You'll have everything you need to create full-sounding beats in minutes. There's nothing complicated about Octave Deluxe. The interface is producer-friendly. Anyone can fire it up and start creating immediately. Whether you're just learning to make beats for the first time, or you already have a wall full of plaques, Octave Deluxe has sounds inside it that will spark your creativity. And with 5 expansion packs and more to come, you'll have endless opportunities to make music that sets you apart. Made for producers, by producers. Check out Octave Deluxe today.